the dark man has come to scare you, my girl. Can't say whether he comes from this world, so you tell yourself that he's just a smoke swirl that only works for a while. For he's made of things too deep and too wild, and you can't turn him back with the mind of a child. Well, sure, his intentions are ugly and vile, though you don't know just what they are.
Hey! Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Diced Thespians Steel Storm and Tempest campaign. Where we left everybody last week was hiding behind some bars that led on to something that looked a lot like a Frankenstein's laboratory with a very strange, very rat-like little men puttering around this pieces of body put together on a slab. Red, our resident fairy, had gone through the bars over to the slab, sneakily trying to scope things out, and had noticed that there was a fairy in a jar, a formaldehyde or some such preservative thing. It looked pretty sad. And the rest of them had decided that they would, or had said that they would trade Shauna's and Alex's beautiful blue eyes for a really special hand. And of course, the very rat-like man brought over several different hands, and none of them would do. And finally, he brought a special box and opened it, and that was where we left the game last time.
We didn't agree to give the eyes. We said we need to see the hand to see if it's worth our eyes.
See if it's worth it. Yep. Yes, indeed. But that is where we left things. So to start, we're going to start with Red, I think.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Red, who is in the room, she saw him fumbling for the box, but you were over here trying to fumble with the body and figure things out. You were looking at the eyes and saw that they didn't fit with the rest of the body, that each of the body pieces that are laid out there on the slab seemed like they were from something different, not from the same body. There were a bunch of strange things in jars, instruments you don't know what they do, fairy in a jar, clearly dead, or at least best you can tell, and cupboards that are closed up above that workbench with all of those things on it. So you don't know what's in those yet. You can hear your party over there pattering and trying to get Garland to show them a hand that might be worth their eyes. And he's been puttering around and taking hands back and forth, and finally he's got this box and he heads on over. What do you do?
Well, I said multiple times that I am on high alert for him
to notice you. Mm-hmm.
or being near me in any way, shape, or form. I'm just and not just him, other things, anything that's gonna come near me, I'm out of there. That said, I'm looking for something to poke those eyes out with.
Okay. Well, there's all kinds of strange tools along the
Like an ice
counter
cream
and stuff.
scoop?
Well, actually, roll me a perception check.
Oh man. Okay.
Yes, we dive right in with eye scooping.
Eye scooping perception. That is going to be an 18.
All right. As you're looking around, you can see pokey things. You can see things that look like saws, things that God only knows what this thing looks like. It looks like a cattle prod, who knows and stuff. And finally, at the very end of this counter, as you're kind of looking around, you see, for want of a better word, a lunchbox with like a little strange thermos in it. And there's a fork and a little knife and a spoon.
Okay. Wouldn't happen to be a spork, would it?
No.
Damn.
But it is a nice metal spoon.
Okay.
At least best as you can see from over here.
Metal, not iron, right?
No, not iron.
Okay.
And not silver as well.
Then
just plain old steel.
Just a plain old steel spoon. Well, I'm gonna steal the steel spoon. And
okay. And I assume you're sneaking, so roll me a stealth check.
So much. Just the quietest fairy.
Much sneaking.
No one's ever even heard of me. That's a 16.
Okay. All right. You managed to sneak. He's very distracted by the possibility of bigger blue eyes. And so he does not notice as you sneak over to the lunchbox at the end of the counter. And as you get to the end of the counter, you realize that you can see out another barred door, but it's a door, whereas you guys came through where there's just a wall with bars. This is a door. This seems to be leading out into a hallway, not too far from the end of the counter. And you get there and you find this lunchbox, and man, whatever this lunch was, it must have been really pathetic, because it smells kind of bad. There's like the leavings, the last little bits of a sandwich, and there's like a tail sticking out of the last little pieces of bread. And there's the napkin looks like it's dabbed up a little blood or grease or something. You're not really sure. God only knows what's in the thermos. But there is a spoon that's only slightly soiled.
Well, we're not looking for cleanliness here. Yeah, now I'm second guessing my eye theory. I'm gonna glance back over and see what's happening over there.
Okay.
Are they still very distracted by Handy Hand?
Yes. Oh, very much. Well, he's been puttering over at the other end away from where the thermos is, which is how you got over there. And he's finally just walking over there with another box.
Another box. The eyes themselves, I'm gonna look at those. Do they look like unique in any way? Are they like vibrantly blue? Are they sapphire? Are they just like everyday person eyes?
Yeah, they're just kind of everyday person eyes, and they are clearly too small for this adult-looking skull.
Which makes it easier to pop them out.
Yep. And they're not attached at the current moment. None of the pieces seem to be attached together. They're all just kind of laid like an artist might lay out pieces before they sew it together or whatever.
Okay, so maybe I can like quick pop them out and do a real stealth fly back to my friends.
Okay, roll me in quick order a dexterity check and a stealth check.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, dexterity is gonna be an 11.
Okay.
Let's go with pink. Stealth is going to be another 16.
Okay. Well, you managed to get over there very quietly with just little and little bits of glitter and
Yeah,
fairy
that
dust
glitter's
coming
gonna
off of
screw
you.
me on that stealth.
Yeah. But you're very quiet, and you get over there and you start popping the eyes out, and they're not. You thought they were attached, but they're not, and so that takes you by surprise. And so you're like, with your spoon pulling the eye out and pulling it, and then it pops out and flies across the room and starts rolling across the floor. Surprisingly, Garland doesn't seem to notice.
Okay, well. Listen, we're gonna cut our losses. We're gonna grab that one old eyeball. We're gonna fly back to our friends as if nothing ever happened.
So now, are you grabbing the one that's still in there or the one that popped out?
The one that rolled away.
Okay, so you dive down to the floor to get to the one that rolled away, and it did roll away towards the door.
Okay.
And as you get there, it's like the air becomes much colder. You pick up the eye and you look up, and there, standing out right outside the door, is a clear. She looks real, but she couldn't possibly be. She's not like translucent or anything at this point in time, but it's clearly a little girl dressed in a white nightgown with two empty black sockets and what looks like was black blood, or it seems in this lighting black, dripping down her cheeks. And the big empty sockets look at you, and she has her hands folded very tightly across her chest as she's watching you. At least it feels like she's watching you, but there's no eyes. So it's creepy.
I'm gonna hold up the one eye I have. and just like, you wouldn't happen to be looking for what you can't see, right?
And that's where we're going to leave you right now because things are going to be happening all at the same time right now. Okay, going back to everybody else. As you're standing on the other side of this barred wall, looking as Garland comes up and he opens the box. What about this one? And he opens the box. And there's a brief flash of light that is very green. Everybody make me a charisma save.
Charisma.
DC 15.
I'm good at this.
Come on, 12.
Oh, no. Wait, what is it? DC what?
Oh, 13.
DC 15.
16.
Oh, okay.
Well, I got a fat 6.
Woo!
I rolled a 13 and I have a +6.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So it looks like, Rob, you're the only one that failed.
Oh, God.
No.
What
Well,
you
this
all
tracks.
see...
Oh no!
Yeah.
He's in another box.
And
Oh,
That'd
man.
be too perfect.
the box opens, the light flashes, you guys, as the light fades and your eyes clear from that unexpected brightness. What you see in the box is nowhere near as special looking as, the fanfare and the light and everything would say. It is indeed a hand. It's actually a forearm from about here up. And it's not shriveled and dry. It's clearly been preserved somehow, just like the others were. But it's a beautiful hand. It's male. It's a nice left hand, and it's not got a blemish on it. There's no calluses on the fingertips. The skin is pale, like nobility, maybe, or something. Otherwise, it doesn't seem very special, except to you, Rob. That hand,
Ooh.
Oh, dear.
that's your hand.
I'm gonna use divine sense.
Nobody else can have it. You need that hand.
Oh, no.
It will make you so powerful.
Oh, man.
What do you
Is
do?
it the precious? I feel like it's the precious. Can
Can
I,
I use divine sense, please?
Well, do you know anything's happening?
I'm right there.
Yeah,
just-
but
Yeah, I
You got a
want
flash
to
of
know
light.
if it's the hand of Vecna, or
Maybe.
if the hand itself is evil. Like if
okay.
like,
Divine sense on the hand. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it just does it in a 60-foot radius, but
Well, you get several pings of evil. Definitely the hand.
how
Three other
how evil is the hand?
it's
Because
pretty-
divine sense, the way it's described is like the more evil it is, like, and especially the closer it is, depending on how evil it is. Actually, like, it's one of those things where like paladins, when they're in the presence of like sheer evil, when they sense it and they use that, it almost like hurts, like depending on how evil it is.
Right. Oh, that one. It is not chaotic evil, but it is definitely evil, and strongly so. Although not what you would have expected from something that might be the hand of Vecna. You also detect within your 60 feet that on the other side of this room, in those cabinets, there are 3 other things that also radiate as evil. Garland himself radiates as a kind of a mild, wimpy evil. 4 or 5 things
mild
back
evil.
behind you in another room radiate as evil. Upstairs there's something evil. Nothing below you, surprisingly, but kind of everywhere else around you. You guys, there is a lot of evil in this place.
Okay. And what screams like the most, I guess?
What screams the most evil?
Yeah.
Something upstairs.
Well, that's just, I just wanted to do that. Just get some info.
Yeah, that is good info to have.
Do you have any protection from evil abilities?
Not yet.
Okay, thought I'd ask.
Hmm.
I thought you'd be more likely to have them.
I think I need second level spells.
Garland, where'd you get that hand?
It says, I will keep you so strong. The good you can do will be amazing. You'll be better than everybody else.
Yeah,
This is
well,
what
I
you're
mean,
hearing in your head.
okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm gonna walk towards the hand. It's calling towards me.
You can't
taking over,
walk
right?
towards it because you're behind a half wall with bars with no door. You can walk up to the wall and where he's holding it on the other side of the bars.
Can I walk up to it? Just kind of like.
Yep.
Just like
Absolutely. You kind of wedge your way in between everybody else at the bars to look at the hand.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Just stare at it longingly. Just waiting for my chance.
Okay.
Just ignoring everybody so they blatantly know I have one thing on my mind.
Are you okay?
I want it. I need it.
Oh, no, you don't.
Can I cast
No.
Firebolt at the hand?
You can, but it will also probably get Garland and maybe whoever's, you know.
I lied. I do have protection from people.
There
How
you go.
dare-
That's something
dare
to
you.
use right about now.
Mhm.
I only
Is
works
it
on
too-
one person. don't
Yeah,
know.
I know who you should cast it on.
Because I'm about to, yeah, definitely.
Wait, but like we can't hear the voice in like Rob's head
No,
right now.
no, we
No,
No,
all
but
you
he's
know is that
acting
Rob is looking
really
at this
strange.
cool hand, going, I kind of need that.
Any-
I want
Rob,
it.
or sorry, Steel, you doing okay?
I want it. I need it. I need it. Give me.
Yeah, I think
whatever.
that's-
Trade whatever we need. What can we give them? I'll give you the sword.
Rob?
Can I? Okay.
Rob, you realize that if you squish really hard, you can get your hand through the bars.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing that.
Maybe far enough. I mean, you've got a pretty good forearm there, so it probably won't go too far. But if
Yeah.
you're fast enough,
I'm gonna dig in.
Can
I
I?
think him getting that hand is monumentally bad.
And him putting his hand through that gate.
everybody roll initiative.
Wait, let Shauna do what she was trying to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
Shauna.
I would like to cast Mage Hand and try and like see if I can grab the
Okay.
box with
This
it.
is where we need to roll initiative because several of you are doing things at the same time.
Well, great.
I got a 9.
Lucky you.
So basically, I got a rock.
Lucky you.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I got a rock.
I have a base initiative of 4, and I rolled a 2.
Oh,
God.
So
well done.
6.
Okay. So what did you get, Jasmine? Or not Jasmine? Jeez.
Wrong
Jody?
character. Lina.
That's funny.
That would be Lina. I got a 9
9. Okay.
or
Rob?
a rock.
Rob, what did you get?
Oh, I got a 6 the
Okay.
die.
Alex,
Let's-
what did you get?
21.
initiative. I got a
Okay,
plus 4. I
Shauna,
got
what
10,
did you
so.
get?
I got a 20.
Okay. And
Wow.
Ellie?
Oh, was I supposed to roll too?
Yes. Sorry, because there will be
Sorry.
things happening and it will be good to know your
Uh,
initiative. Place in
Well,
that.
that's okay. That's a shit initiative anyway. But I think we should give Shauna a second because she's trying to figure out there's some sound issues going on.
Okay.
So let's give her just a moment to do that. Also, my initiative was 3, which totally tracks because I'm not over there.
Yep. There we go. Okay.
Wow, I'm not dead last.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I thought, yeah, normally we all roll pretty high. It seems when we roll low, we all do it together as well.
Except when we were supposed to not be dragged into a
Yeah.
hand.
You know, I don't want to hear it, okay? Normally these dice work really well for me.
No, this
we
is
know
great.
the troubles
today.
you've had in the past,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Normally it's when I need to. It's like, hey, Rob, don't trip and fall into the box of death. It's like, it's a theme.
Shouldn't have said that.
You're gonna
Oh,
fall
no.
in the box of death now.
I hope not. Yeah, I was waiting. If he had disappeared me into the box, I would have had so many emotions, you guys.
Would have broken
the
it
box.
down.
It's a running joke now.
You would all see me cry on the stream.
There's that
almost might be
emotion
worth the
joke.
price of admission here.
Right.
No.
It's acting.
That's what we
Right,
need
right.
to advertise. Rob's gonna cry.
Well, will
Okay.
tonight be the night?
See you tonight on Diced Thespians.
How is
That's
the
my
sound going,
promise.
To get me in the box. Oh
Shauna?
god.
We can hear you. Can you?
Keep
Are
me.
you able to figure out?
Thanks for holding on with us, guys.
Yes, thank you. Soon we will have a technical person, and it will be great.
Yes.
Because we're all actors. This isn't our job.
How does everything sound out there right now?
Yeah, audience.
That's a good question. Let us know when everything tracks. Good to go.
Some Shakespeare.
Hold on one sec.
Does-
Keep talking, everybody. I'm just checking.
To be or
Somebody
not.
said better now.
I will
Is the
return for our
Sound
sound
patience, everyone.
yeah.
We're good.
Good?
There we
Sounds
go.
better.
Awesome.
good.
I will awaken. Bye.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Woo! All right.
Hold
Going on.
Yep, okay. I figured out with the reverb.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, that's annoying.
Okay. Well, as we go into the first round of initiative, Shauna, it is your turn first.
I cast Mage Hand.
Yeah.
Okay. You cast a Mage Hand. And let's see, can you command it? when
And
you
I grab the
cast
box
it?
with the hand of
You
evil.
try to grab. Okay, you try to grab the box with the hand. Okay. Well, the hand, I mean, it does grab the box, but it can't be strong enough to pull it out of Garland's hand. Because he's gripping it. But it also means that he's not got full control of it either.
As soon as he loosens his grip, I'm gonna ready an action to pull it out of his hand and just get it high enough so he can't get it, and so that Rob can't get it too, and just play like keep away because I'm a jerk.
Okay.
I want that box. I'm gonna get that box.
Okay. Next.
Microphone down. Microphone down.
Microphone down. I'm so sorry, guys. That probably didn't sound great. All right, so now it is Alex's turn.
What are we in initiative with? Like, what's happening? I mean,
Oh,
obviously
you'll
the
see.
hand, like, is it the hand? Is it him? I don't know, but I'm gonna use Thunder Smite.
You're
Okay.
using what?
Thunderous Smite. It is a bonus action.
Thunderous Smite.
And
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
also going to Booming Blade.
Okay, and what do those two things do?
All right, so Thunderous Smite, the first time I hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, which is concentration up to 1 minute, a thunderous sound rings that is audible within 300 feet, and the attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from me and be knocked prone.
Okay.
And then the other one, which is a cantrip. Where did it go?
And you said thunderclap, right?
No, Booming Blade. Sorry, here it is.
Booming blade. Okay.
Spells, basically, when I use Booming Blade and I hit a creature, it suffers the weapon's attack, normal effects damage, becomes sheathed in booming energy until the start of my next turn. If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more, before then the target takes an extra 1d8 thunder damage until and the spell ends. So basically, I'm trying to knock him away because it takes a movement action to get back up. So if he tries to get back up, he's going to take an extra 1d8 thunder damage after potentially blast him away from us.
Okay, and do you need to actually hit him with an attack for that?
Yes.
Looks like it, yes. Okay. You are at a disadvantage because you're trying to strike through bars and a half wall.
I mean, I can't. I'm not able to.
Well,
just, like,
if you're just
stab
trying
at
to
him.
stab, yeah. But
Yeah.
you said you were trying to push him away as opposed to stab him.
Well, it's a result of the weapon attacks. All I have to do
Okay.
is stab him, and then it blasts him away.
Okay. All right. So roll your attack to stab him.
That is a
Poor little
16
Garland.
plus. What is my booming blade? That's +8. Okay. That's like
Okay.
a 24.
Oh, you definitely hit him. So roll your damage.
All right, 2d6. So that is 10 plus my weapon damage, which is 1d8 plus 6. So that is 16, and then that is a 6. So that's 22 points of damage.
Okay.
And he has to make a strength saving throw of a DC. I have a +5, so it should be 15, I believe. Does it
Okay.
add my proficiency bonus as well?
He does not make his strength save.
Okay. Yeah, it's a save DC 15.
Right. Yeah, he rolled a 10.
All right, so he gets blasted 10 feet away and is knocked prone.
Okay. So what you guys see is and like a kind of amorphous translucent hand appear in front of Shauna and reach through the bars and grab the box. And Garland pulls the box back, and then over her shoulder kind of Alex reaches through and stabs Garland. And there's a loud booming thunder, and he is blasted back along with the box.
Well, why
10
would the
feet,
hand let go
landing
of
on
the
the ground.
box?
If he,
Huh?
if he blasts back, does he have to roll a dexterity saving throw to not drop or let go of the box, or loosen his grip enough that my magic hand can snag it from him?
He does, but dexterity is his strong point.
God damn it!
All right, so he rolled a 17.
I was like, a 1? A 1?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that would be
right.
great. You know, and I do that so much, you guys have gotten used to it, you know, so I'll take my small win where I've got it. Okay, now do you have a move action? He is bleeding pretty badly. It looks like your attack damaged him pretty severely, actually.
Jeez.
Okay. So do you do a move action?
Where can I move?
Can go
Other side of the
backward.
room. There's 2 doors in the room, one behind you that you came in, and one off to the side. None of them that directly lead to this room, but there are 2 doors. So you could go out if you wanted to.
Where do I stand
I'm
on all
going
this too?
So one of these doors wouldn't potentially lead into the place where Garland is, right?
You don't know. You don't know. They don't. None of
Okay.
them directly lead to the room. One leads off to the side, and one is the one that you came in from the tunnel behind you. So now it might lead around to the room. You can see that there are 2 doorways in the room, maybe more, that you can't quite see from your vantage behind this barred wall. But
I think I'm just gonna stay right where I am.
okay. All right, you stay right where you are, and now it is Garland's turn with his 14 dexterity. Why did you do that? I wasn't hurting anybody. I was just serving the lady. She wanted to bring her husband back, and you guys are so mean. And his whiskers are twitching, and with a all right. he does a little thingy with his hands, like, "Ah," and turns
When he
into
does
a
that,
rat.
does he drop the box?
Oh yeah, he turns into a rat, drops the box, doesn't care anything about the box at all, and goes scurrying off into the darkness, choosing to flee rather than attack, at least for the moment.
That he's gonna take another D8 damage
Oh yeah.
From
from
Booming
booming
blade.
blade because he's willingly moving.
okay, okay. Roll your damage.
7.
Okay. He looks very, very damaged at this point.
And he only gets half his movement because it takes half his movement to get up,
Right.
even
he
turning
goes
into a rat.
scattering towards the door closest to the thing. Coincidentally, where you are, Ellie.
E?
And that's about 30 feet from where he is. He gets almost to the door, notices the ghost, and turns to move in a different direction. Okay.
Oh, good.
And that is the end of his movement. And now it is Rob's turn.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, I'm going to be going for that box. I'm going to try to get it out of the mage hand. How close am I when the booming strike?
The box
came?
is 10 feet away from you, inside the
Oh,
room
so-
where you can't get your arm that far.
Okay. And I can't get in the room. There's no way.
Well, not directly. You could try and go through the door and see if you can find a way around into it, but there's no
But I-
direct way from that to that room from this room.
How did the guy get into it?
Magic.
You can see doorways inside the big room there,
Okay, but not
inside the
out
room where
back.
you're at.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna bolt for one of the doors that's open because my hand that is mine. It is my hand is in that room, and I need to go get it.
Well,
So I'm
there's
gonna bolt,
there's
yeah.
2 doors in your room. There's the one that's behind you that came from the tunnel that you guys just came down, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not going back.
Then
to
there's
that
a
one.
door off to the side that you don't know where that goes. So you're going to bolt through that door?
Well, that's where we saw. Didn't we see him go into the other
No.
room, or is he in that room that whole time?
He was already in the room.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, I'm going to take my sword and I'm going to start to try to saw through the bars that are in between
Okay.
me.
Roll me a
and the
strength
room.
check.
Sweet.
And is your sword
Hey,
magical?
I got it. No, yeah, I
believe-
got it. Yeah, it's a
It's a
dancing
+1,
great
isn't
sword
it?
of some kind. I got
Yeah.
18 plus 5, so I got 23 strength check.
Okay. It's quite shocking, you guys. Rob pulls his sword out. He looks around frantically, then pulls his sword out and literally starts sawing at the bars. And they spark a little bit, but he does seem to be making headway, but it's going to take you a minute to get through them. So that is what Rob does. Next is Lena, what is your dexterity? Because you and the ghost are tied.
Lena?
Yeah, the ghost goes first. I have
Okay.
a +0.
Okay.
Yeah. Dex,
So-
not my thing.
So, Ellie, Red, over there by the door as you're on, and you're holding the eye out to the ghost asking, is this yours? The ghost stands up and it's clear that it's a, it's a child of probably 9 or 10 maybe. So not tiny, but not grown at all. And it stands and it holds out both of its hands to you. And it opens its mouth as if to scream, but no sound comes out yet. But it's clear it wants that eye.
Huh.
So now, and that's all it does for the moment. It's holding the rest of its action. Now, Lena, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do it, since it hasn't been done yet. And we're seeing, basically, we're seeing him go absolutely apeshit. Pretty much.
Yeah, basically pretty frantic. Yeah, trying to
okay.
get through those bars for whatever reason. And he's saying, "Yeah, it's my hand."
Okay,
Hey,
that's
Golem.
not usual. And yeah, she's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and cast protection from evil.
Okay. And let me look and see what that does.
I think it just gives him advantage on his check when he makes another one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
Right.
believe that's what
Okay.
it does.
because he's already technically
because he's already.
possessed.
It would keep him from being able to be. It's not
Repossessed.
possessed. I think if he was possessed, it would get rid of that. But this is something else.
Yeah, this is an influence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Protected against certain types of creatures. So aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
Okay.
But it allows him to have creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against him. And he can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If
Okay.
he's already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect.
Cool. Alrighty. So, Rob, when we get around to your next turn, when you get to roll
Yeah.
again, you'll have advantage. Okay, on your save.
Cool. All right, cool.
All right.
Sounds good.
Do you do any movement, Lena, or is that it?
She's next to him now, so other than that, no.
Okay. All right. Next is Chris.
Okay. So I'm going to lean on a different bar than the one that Rob's trying to saw through.
Okay.
And I'm just going to aim at that rat that had suddenly
Aw.
turned around.
Poor little rat.
And
And you see the ghost in the doorway.
yep, that's intangible.
You see the ghost, you see the rat, but you also see the ghost.
I'm like,
And roll me a perception check.
I would love to. My perception is pretty good. No, it's not. Yay, so that's an 8.
Okay.
I rolled another 2.
You do not see Ellie right there, even though she is right by the rat, who's looking around like the little rat who is coincidentally kind of a patchy gray and white in his rat form. Okay, so you do not see Ellie, but you do fire at the rat. Is that
I
what you
do
do?
fire at the rat, yeah.
Poor little rat. Okay.
Whether
so
I hit it or not, suspect.
Yeah.
But
We'll see. I'm not going to make you have disadvantage because you guys are good and experienced at least a little bit.
okay, that is
What are
a
you doing?
17 to hit.
Okay. Oh, you easily hit him. Splat, roll your damage.
Okay. 8 plus 5, that is, it's 13 damage.
All right.
Nice.
Well, what you see is you loose your arrow at this little rat that's trying to run away rather than engage you guys. And you hit it. You hit it, and Ellie, you get this nice close-up view of an arrow hitting this little rat that just is like right next to you, looking around for someplace to go hide. And it smears that rat across the floor for about 3 feet, spraying you with little rat blood. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's all over your face. It's all over your nice dress. It's ugh. And the rat, what's left of it, there's like a little paw and a tail, and everything is just a spray of red. And for just a moment, and then slowly it reincorporates back as its human form. And little Garland is sitting there, clearly dead, curled up on his side with his little hand paws curled up under his head, almost like he's asleep. It's really quite pitiful. So that's what you see. And now, Ellie, it is your turn.
Nailed it.
Fantastic.
Too soon.
My perspective is, rat. Oh God. Oh God. I.
So you go hand it through the bars to the ghost?
I'm not gonna touch the ghost, but if I can just like drop it into their palms, like.
Okay. You do. And you can see that the palms, even though they look solid, they are incorporeal. As you drop the eye into them, and it just kind of starts to sink through them before it disappears and appears in the socket.
Good, great. I did that for you. I'll go grab you the other one, and then you can maybe lead us out of where we are. Yeah.
I will destroy them all, says the young voice. I will destroy them.
Okay.
But you kept your promise.
Yes.
And she looks over to where Rob is when she says that.
Oh, well, I kept his promise. He's a little out of it. If you could bring him back from it, that would be so helpful. Also, any of these open doors, we don't know where we are. We're hunting for a lot of crazy things right now. You don't happen to know where another eye that's not yours happens to be, do you?
Dracula has it.
The what
He took
now?
it from my mother.
The
That's why she's so mad.
I'm back. The Rowoa?
She said Dracula has it.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Sorry.
He took it from my mother. That's why she's so mad.
Got it. Okay. Would you be willing to help us get it back?
The ghost turns and looks at you for a moment and says, I will destroy them all.
Doesn't really
But she doesn't leave. Well, maybe it does in her mind.
It's slightly disturbing.
Yeah. As she's looking at you from one empty socket and one full socket that looks almost normal behind the ghost, but you can get, now that there's an eye in there, you can see that the eye is solid and that the rest of the being is not fully solid because you can kind of see the outline of the eye through her face. It's like those video games, you know, when you run into the mouth and all of a sudden you're seeing the inside of the skull and it's really strange. It's a little bit like that. And definitely seems to have one thing on her mind.
Okay. I guess you wait right here. I'm gonna go grab that other eye. And listen, if you can help us, that'd be just peachy. That'd be just so great.
Can I come in? Says the little voice. Can I come in?
Can you open the door?
Can I come in?
That's not the answer to my question.
Can I come in?
Yeah, no, let me go get that eye for you, and then Honey Bunch is a no. And I'm gonna go back and grab her other eye.
Okay, so you do a move action over to get the other eye, and then your action to pull it out
Yeah.
of the body. Okay, roll me your dexterity check to see how well you do this time. I mean, none of you are predominantly versed in removing eyes, at least not that I'm aware of.
Listen, I'm gonna go back into food styling for this one because the amount of eyeballs that I've had to make put in busts of things, including Frankenstein's monster.
All right, I will give you advantage on this.
Ice cream scoop was the thing I asked for. So
I will give you advantage because of your food styling background, which is just really all kinds of gross. I've just got to tell you, Ellie.
It was
I remember when you had to do this.
right. Yeah. I also
So appropriate, though.
Yeah.
I made a lot of brains. Also, even with advantage, it was a 10 and 11. So that is with dexterity. That's a 12.
Okay, you do once again get it out, and once again you lose control of it, and it pops out and goes sailing across the room. High or low?
Hi.
All right, I rolled a 4.
Yeah.
It happens to sail in the direction of the door, and all of a sudden it's like bing, 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 and it's actually more like squish, 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 squish as it rolls out through the bars, and you see the ghost of the little girl reach down and pick it up, and it disappears into her hand, and all of a sudden there's another eyeball that's clearly solid through her mildly translucent face. And she
Welcome.
looks at you, and she looks at Rob, and she says, "The sword is yours when you find it." And with a terrifying giggle, this dead girl in her white nightgown turns, fading away, and becomes almost like, it's like her entire gown gets covered in blood temporarily as she turns away from you and she moves out of sight up this little hallway. Presumably to take her vengeance, as she said. You don't know, but the ghost leaves.
God, I hope that was helpful.
Hmm.
And last but not least, the initiative of the hand.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
The hand has fallen out of its box and it's just laying there.
Dang.
Yeah, it's just laying there. For a brief moment, it lays there. And then the room suddenly gets even colder, Ellie. All of you near the window, which is all of you. It gets colder and colder and colder. And ice begins forming on the cabinets and on the body and on the walls and on the floors and on the bars and on you. You start to see your eyelashes crusting with ice. Everybody make me a Constitution save, DC 17.
I think Rob might have advantage on this at least
does.
because he's protected from evil. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a 26 for me.
Sorry, what are we looking at? We're doing
On
DC
save.
17 Constitution save.
okay.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I got a 19.
All right. Did everybody make over 17?
I got a
No,
13.
no, hold on. I'm reading a thing really quick.
Ooh, I have a +4.
Never mind. Yeah, no.
I got a 17 that meets beats, right?
17, yeah, you.
Ties
okay.
go to defender. Yeah, no, that was a 8.
Oh no. Frozen Pixie.
Okay.
I got
How about
a
you,
13.
Sean? You got a what?
13.
Okay. All of you take cold damage. 11 points. All of you. Shauna and Ellie, you are slowed.
I don't like the cold. This is why I don't live in Chicago anymore.
Yeah, it's miserable, man. You guys, it's not like LA. It's cold. And the floor becomes very slick. The bars become very slick as the ice begins to coat them. And the hand itself, you can see, is blue, but it's not moving. It's just laying there.
We should put that back in the box. Maybe you can use Mage Hand to put the hand back in the box.
Okay. I'm just kidding.
And close it.
Definitely close the box.
Are the
well,
bars?
it is now. Shauna's turn.
Close it as if Rob was in there.
How dare you?
Oh my god.
The worst.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Mage Hand to try it.
Just shove it in the box. Close
Right
it
in there.
Right
just
in the
like
box.
Rob.
It's like,
We need to get like a refrigerator box and just put it on top of Rob.
Just have like
Photo shoot.
just have like one of those,
Alright.
like a little Polaroid of me.
if there's any artists listening to this, please draw Rob being literally like sucked into a box. Just like, he just can't.
Yeah. with
Of anguish on his
a,
face.
yeah.
It would be wonderfully funny, but I'm going to show you the picture I did of Rob this week.
Yeah.
As this is what he looks like right now.
Yep.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a certain amount of blood and death going on here.
Yeah.
Almost like it was prescient.
I like this emo hair that's going on too.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying. I
the
look like
emo hair over the eye.
I look like a deer that listens to.
You become
Panic
a
at the
lot
Disco.
cooler when you're Fae.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
All
Faye.
right.
You don't
Okay,
listen
so Shauna, what do you do?
My father
I'm going to
took me into the city.
That's what it is.
Sorry,
You know
Shauna.
what?
Go ahead, Shauna.
They were making fun of Panic at the Disco and then singing My Chem incorrectly, so I needed to correct. Go on. You just get my emo hair back on. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna put the hand. I'm gonna put the hand in the box and close it if I can.
Things are getting out of control. I
Very.
swear to God.
Do I have to roll anything for that?
You know what? We all need emo hair.
We all need.
God.
For what? I couldn't hear you after all of the laughter.
Sorry. I'm gonna use Mage Hand.
Okay, so are you trying to push the hand back into the box?
Yes. Sorry, it froze. Uh-oh.
Or resisting at all? Mage hand is not affected.
Good.
Oh, you were frozen for a sec. Do you close the box? I think we've. Oh, there we go.
Yes, sorry. Everybody was frozen for a sec. Okay, Chris.
I'm gonna do my emo hair.
Yeah.
Everyone was frozen for a second, so I didn't hear anything you said.
Whatever.
Look, we're emo. We're not stoned.
I love this so much, you guys.
That's the perfect response. Whatever.
Whatever.
God.
Oh, there we go.
This is
There
just
we
going
go.
back to who he truly is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you put the hand back in the box and you close the box. Is that what you said? All right. Do you do anything else? You have a move action.
Do I notice if once I close the box, if anything happens and Rob starts being normal?
The cold becomes a little less biting. It's still there. There's still ice on everything, but it's less like a current attack. Okay. So yeah, it looks like something's happening. Rob,
Yeah. Well,
when it's your turn here in just a moment, you'll get to roll your save again.
Cool.
All right. So now it is Alex's turn.
I'm gonna attempt to shatter the bars.
Okay, since they're frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Just with a big blow with your sword.
I
you
don't want
gonna
to
flame
damage
your
my
sword?
sword.
Or your horns.
Actually, since I'm a
You could
minotaur,
headbutt
I'm
that
gonna
guy.
use the charge maneuver
Oh.
because that's actually a minotaur thing that I can do.
Yes, it
That's
is.
honestly what I thought you were saying. You're like, I'm gonna smash the bars. I thought you were gonna smash into them.
Yeah. Well,
Do you warn anybody to get out of the way before you do this?
I mean, are there people in the way?
Everybody is clustered
Yes.
around those bars, yes.
Well, then yes, I'm gonna tell people to like.
I'm by the body.
I gotta
Except for
do
you.
the
Yeah.
the Princess Bride everybody move and then
Oh yeah.
And charge the bars. Okay. Roll your charge attack.
I mean,
Or it's more like a strength thing.
do I roll? I was about to say like it'd be pretty hard unless I just completely just trip and miss the bars.
Well,
That
and
would
that's
just
the
be
thing. You
terrible.
could. It's very icy in there. You could slip. Not probable, but you know, if you rolled a 1, that could happen.
Okay, that's a
Which would
17
be-
on the dice.
Okay, so you hit the bars. Roll me a strength check.
5 with +5. Okay, yeah, that's a 16.
All right. You hit the bars, and with the natural heat that you exude, that you don't even pay attention to, and the cold of the metal, you do indeed shatter the bars and a little bit of the stone wall as well. So now there's a nice hole in the bars where they've shattered and exploded outwards, and just the top couple inches of the stone wall in that area has broken off as well, leaving a nice Alex-sized hole through those bars.
Huh.
A nice minotaur-sized, outsized hole.
Yeah, and you didn't go all the way through the wall, but you did break the bars.
Okay. That's pretty much all I can do. So.
Okay. All right, and now it is poor dead Garland's turn. He lays there and looks pitiful. Now Rob.
Or actually, I'd
Roll
like
me
to
a
geographically. I'd like to geographically put myself between Rob and the box.
Well, by hitting the bars, you are kind of that way already.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah. Okay, Rob,
Okay.
roll me a charisma save.
Charisma, strong
Yeah.
suit.
You do get
And I
advantage.
get advantage.
And you get
well,
advantage because of the protection from evil.
Okay. Well, I got a 7 on the first one, so let's see how the. Oh, I got a 7 and a 3, guys.
Okay, so 7 plus, what's your
Plus
Charisma
charisma saving throw. If I was a Ramiel, I would get +10, but on this one I get +3. So my
Okay,
best
so a
one
10?
is a 13.
Well, DC is 15, so you fail your save. That hand, man, it's... How could they do this? How could they do this to that hand? You know, that's just... It's going to help you guys. It's going to help you guys get revenge and stop the sorceress. It's going to help you. You could hear that. Just makes such logical sense to you. What do you do? It's your turn.
Well, Alex just really kindly knocked all these bars out of my way. It was going to take me a long time to get through these, so I'm going to go over to that hand and pry it out of the box.
Well, you can't without
Okay.
going through Alex, because he's still standing right there.
Okay, well,
at the hole in the bars.
I'm going to walk towards the hand and run me into some Alex.
Okay, so so Rob goes over to Alex and starts trying to shoulder his way past you through the hole.
Wow.
Wow.
So much to this. There's so much to this sentence.
He's going to pay the troll toll.
That box, Alex. Give me that box.
Well, I'm
Gotta
going
go through
to
your hole to
attempt-
get to the box.
Wait, he wants the box now?
He's gotta go through the
Yeah.
hole to get to the box.
Yeah.
Listen, in a change of events, all of a sudden, I love boxes. So
Apparently.
No, he loves hands. It's just just happens to be in a box.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
I hope our audience understands the references here to the other box.
I'm going
Yeah.
to attempt to not let him by.
Okay. Okay, he is resisting with the last bit of his move action as you try to get through. So you two need to do me a strength off. Strength to
Alex, is this just plus straight up?
strength. Just
Is it
straight out
10
strength to strength.
plus 5?
Hey, I got 15 plus 5, 20, dirty 20.
He wins. I rolled,
Okay,
I rolled
so-
a 10 plus 5.
Wait, I outrolled Alex?
You outrolled Alex
There's
Very-
a first time forever.
for everything. And he's there, he's this big
Rob's like, "This is
minotaur,
the best
but
moment
you're
of
a
my
big
life."
horned beast as well. And you manage to shoulder your way through, maybe using your antlers just a little bit, and you squeeze your way past him through the bars, kind of pushing him
Damn
out
it.
of the way a little bit. That's your action. You do have a move action. You could go over to the box.
Oh, but I can't pick up the box? I can't go in the box this turn?
Nope. Because it'll
Okay,
be an
then I'm gonna go
action
to
to
the
fight it
box
away from the
and-
mage hand.
Oh, okay.
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 You can grab it, but you can't do the action to fight it away from the mage hand.
Okay.
Unless you
I was
have a
aware
free
they
action, then we'll
okay.
do that.
I don't think so.
So yes, you can actually grab the box. You just can't get it.
You can't pick it up yet.
I'm okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that box with both my
Okay.
hands.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. All right.
He
And
still has
now-
that protection from
Specifically
evil
with
on.
both
Yes,
hands.
he does. Now it's Linna's turn, and he failed to save. But
Yeah.
all right, Linna, it is your turn.
What could I do? You know what? I unfortunately really can't do a whole hell of a lot with what he's doing now because he's shouldered past me. There's no way I'm getting past a Minotaur. However, I do have.
I wouldn't try to stop you.
Right.
There is seriously nothing I could do to stop him from doing what he's going to do. But I am going to pass around good berries because we all had
Some
damage done to us, and this will give us 4 points back.
Okay, so 4 of the
So-
that was taken.
Yeah, so I'm giving one to all of the people that are here that I can see. So I'm
Okay.
sorry, Ellie.
So Ellie and Rob don't get a good berry, but everybody else does.
Everybody else does, yeah.
I'll get one
I'm
later.
actually gonna have one of my own, so
Yeah, which is probably wise. Okay.
4.
Do you do move action or anything, or well, I guess part of the moving
I'm
is from
passing
you.
them
Do you
out, so
do-
I guess that's my move action. Yeah.
Alrighty, now it is Chris's turn.
Pass out those sensu beans.
Okay, I am.
They're yummy, by the way.
I'm going to rush into the room and
Also past Alex. Alex, I assume you let him go.
Well, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to draw my bow on the box, and as soon as it looks like Rob's about to really get it, I'm going to seal that thing shut with an arrow.
Okay. How do you intend to seal it shut? Because I mean, it's just a little wooden open box like this.
I'm going to put
Maybe-
the arrow through the top and the bottom, and the arrow
Okay.
will be through it, like stuck,
Okay.
so it can't open.
Okay.
Or at least, I mean, not without some work.
Okay. So you go through the bars with your bow drawn, and then hold your action to see what Rob does next.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And last but not least, it is Ellie's turn.
I guess I'll fly over to Rob and just like kind of hover in front of his face. Hey buddy, what you doing? What's the plan here? What's going on?
I need it. I need it. It's for us. It'll help us.
Hey,
It'll
yes.
help us.
So you don't need any of that.
I had to get out of my way.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly. I
Just
can
gonna-
fly, you can't, and this is
Gonna
gonna
flush
end
out of the way.
really badly for you if you keep like trying to get out of. Stop trying to go into the boxes, Rob.
No,
Stop trying to
no.
go into the boxes.
Listen, I don't try to go in the boxes, okay? That was a big accident. This one I want to go in, all right? Let me go in the box this time. I'm always forced in boxes. This time I want to go in. Let me in this time.
I'll have it do it.
No.
Do it.
This is...
Okay. Do
Had to
you?
seal the box.
So you're just talking to him, Ellie, and
Yep, I'm
flying in front of
distracting.
his face and distracting. Okay. Do you hit him, touch him, anything like that? Nope.
No, I'm literally just. I'm trying to avoid him hitting me. Is what I'm trying to do.
Got
Yeah,
it.
just-
Got it. All right. And now it is the hands initiative.
He shut the box.
Yeah,
Yep, he did
I let go.
shut the box.
The hand cannot be contained.
God.
I'm looking at the abilities.
Now that we've
And-
done emo hair, I can't un-emo hair.
Yeah, the box is shut, and everything is quiet, and the cold begins to fade fully, almost as fast as it came.
Hey.
And now it is Shauna's turn.
Since Rob now looks distracted, I'm gonna try and mage hand the shit away from him.
Okay. You two do me a dexterity roll off.
Dexterity.
Yep.
Not
Can he do this
strength?
at disadvantage because
No.
he keeps batting at me?
But also, but I'm very fixated on this box. But up to you guys.
No, it's that's why you get a check at all.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a dexterity check to see which
Dexterity.
of you
Yeah, 14 on the
has
die
kind of
plus
a better
4.
grip on the box.
I got
Huh?
18 total.
18.
In your
What did you get,
face, Rob. In your
What'd you
face.
get?
I rolled a natural 20, motherfucker.
Oh!
Plus 5. I got 25.
Natural 20 for the win. All right, Mage Hand
Dang.
pulls the box away.
And I'm going to like lift it up so he can't reach it. So if he
Okay.
keeps focusing on it, he just won't be able to get it, but he can like try and jump to get it.
Okay.
Keep away for a minute.
Okay.
Just until maybe.
So the box is way up in the air now above you. It was like you were batting in the fair. You weren't expecting something invisible to like pull it out of your hands, but that's exactly what happened. And now it's like dancing up above you, just out of reach. It sucks. Alex, it's your turn. Or Shauna, do you move?
No, I'm not going to move yet. I'm focusing on the mage hand.
Okay.
So, Tanya, I'm limited on time now.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
But I can finish around.
So,
You just knock
so
it
yeah,
out.
once we get to the end of this round, something is going to happen that's already been planned that will be okay.
You do have
All right,
one more
so now
saving
it is-
throw.
It is Alex's turn.
I'm going to attempt
Good.
to restrain Rob.
Okay, you go through the bars and grab Rob. Okay, grapple attempt.
Wait, is this a strength check? Do we?
It's a grapple attack, which
I
means
hate
that you
to
do.
point this out, but protection from evil, I think it works against Fae.
It
So
does.
Alex will get a disadvantage.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. uh,
It was meant to
Perfect.
protect.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I get to win against Alex twice in one game.
God, that'd be funny.
That would be
Delicious.
Well, you still have to
surprising.
roll.
Yeah, you still
Just a
have to roll.
disadvantage.
16.
Yeah. For which
Okay,
one?
so your grapple is 16.
That's not bad.
I got
for
a nat
disadvantage.
20. I got a nat.
Oh.
Isn't that like your first one, Rob?
You
Or
know,
like your second one?
15 games.
Okay, so the Minotaur goes and he grabs the horned one, and he tries to restrain him, and the horned one just goes, ugh, and manages to avoid the grasp. Man, things aren't looking good for Rob tonight, and now it is Rob's
magically
turn.
avoiding.
So
Alright.
you get advantage on this next check.
Right.
Oh, hey,
so
cool,
Rob,
dude. Okay.
Rob, you need to do me a saving throw, charisma
Okay.
saving throw, DC 15.
Okay, I got a 9.
The only
and-
reason that you get to do this is because people are now engaging you physically.
I got a 15 exactly.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Then you make your save and you start feeling the temptation or the words that go silent in your head, and you're like, oh, what was I thinking? That's really weird. And it's your turn. What do you do?
Well, I mean, now I don't know. I just had my sole purpose to go after the thing. So I'm gonna look around at the guys, the crew, and go, "What happened? Why?"
You really want it in that box.
I
Yeah,
think you
I-
wanted that hand, like
Mhm.
really badly.
Well, you guys should have known at that moment exactly when I wanted to get in the box that it wasn't me.
Yeah.
We did.
Okay, is that what? Okay, all right.
You know what the best part about this is? Rob doesn't remember.
How dare you?
Oh, bummer. Funny.
Yeah.
Nobody tell him.
He doesn't need
One-
to know.
You
Rounds.
You just see me. Hey, but for the bonus, just a.
And now it is Chris's turn. The box is way up in the air. Rob seems to be coming out of whatever possessed him and going, what the heck was all that? But we are still initiative.
I'm gonna go check Garland's body and see what all he had on him.
Okay. So you go over and Have you ever killed a man before? Not an angel or a demon or some squishy thing, but an actual somebody that looks like a human being.
Nearly.
Okay. How do you think he'd
Very
react
nearly.
to that?
Um,
As he looks pretty pitiful there, this little scrawny guy, curled up like he's asleep, but clearly very dead.
what has happened to me in the past in not
You don't need to
exact.
tell us, but I'm making sure that you understand that you will have
Yes.
an opportunity to react to that.
Okay. Deep breath. Okay.
And you're gonna loot the body?
Well, I'm gonna loot the body. He's
Okay,
dead.
I will tell you at the end what you get. And now it is Ellie's turn. Ellie, what do you do?
Kind of want to go over to my little embalmed fairy friend and smash that jar open.
Okay. Roll me a strength check, or do you use?
I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna fly it up and then smash it down.
Then it's still a strength check because you are only 5 inches tall.
Yep, fair. Well, that's not too bad. Come on. Give me 1 second. Sorry. 18.
Okay. Oh, easily. Your rage or something gave you a little extra strength, and you fly it up and you dump it, smash it on the counter or on the ground.
On the ground.
Okay, you smash it on the ground, and fluid leaks everywhere. Glass kind of flies everywhere. Everybody, you're a little startled by the sound of breaking glass. You look over to see what she's done. And then we get to the final initiative, which is the hands. And all of a sudden, there's a hum. Like magic of some kind. And Rob, roll me another charisma save. With advantage.
Advantage, dope, charisma.
Mhm.
Shoot, 8 plus 3, so I get 11, and oh my god, I got a nat bad.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So,
No, I got a 8 plus 3, so an 11 is my best one.
okay. This time it felt, instead of just like, oh, I saw this and it was so cool, it feels like a targeted attack, and it goes into your brain, and you can feel something, and then everything goes black. And for the rest of you, Rob disappears.
Not again.
Shimmer.
Not
of
again.
magic.
Oh, come on.
God damn
All right.
it, Rob.
Every time. Every time.
Bye.
At least he didn't get in the box.
Well, we don't know where he went.
He's in. He could
in the
be in
box?
like an interdimensional box.
He could be in the box.
He could be in the box. He could also have just gone home.
I don't know. The man disappears more than anyone I've ever met.
Yeah.
So,
boy.
should we try and destroy this hand?
No, because I believe this is the one we need to return.
Wasn't the hand an optional thing?
I also don't remember.
Are you sure this is the actual hand that we're supposed to be working with here?
It
Like-
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes all the sense. Like, if he's looking for a hand and an eye, like, the most magical, evil hand thing is probably the thing he's looking for.
But aren't people supposed to like cut off their own arm and put this on instead? Isn't that what it's supposed to make you do?
I mean, if
Probably.
it's the thing that we're thinking it is, then yes.
I thought like you could also just use it almost like an item.
No, I think if it is what we were conjecting about it being, then yeah, you have to cut off your own and replace it with this.
Which is what we were trying to save Rob from doing.
Sometimes.
But we're not sure that this is what we think it is.
I'm just saying we probably shouldn't destroy it if that's
I
like
mean,
the main thing that we're.
the box opened and everything got ice cold. Like, I don't know, that's pretty telling. I mean,
Is that what it's supposed to
obviously
do,
we
though?
don't. Obviously, we don't know. No, but that feels pretty lichy to me.
Lich hand,
Okay, good point. Good point.
right?
Yeah.
It is a lich.
Lich
Okay.
hand.
We can't well,
Okay.
obviously, like we can't be sure, but that this is definitely on the
yeah.
high list of potentially being the hand.
Yes.
If the hand is connected to a lich and we destroy it, it might be its phylactery, which would then kill.
Possibly, if it's the only phylactery.
Phylacteries aren't they usually like some sort of I don't know. Could they be anything or
It could be
phylacteries
anything.
Kind of like Horcruxes?
I don't. When was the last time you read these rules?
A long time.
I don't know. It's been a while for me.
When I played Tomb of Horrors and defeated a Sararak.
Okay.
And when was that? Ha!
I was living in Pennsylvania at the time.
Ah!
So a while back.
So a while
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Um,
Shauna was trying to say something.
I don't remember.
Great.
all right.
Probably it wasn't important. Don't apologize. It's all good.
What did that ghost have to do with anything?
Find our eyes, miss. If you've anyone, Coraline? No? Okay, great.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That I believe that was the person that Rob had that whatever we're calling him in this world, he found when he was away, and they wanted their eyes back. So when the rat dude was like, "Hey, we have the wrong eyes," I was like, "Hey, you know whose eyes you have?" And then Ghost Lady appeared, and then I gave the eyes, and now she's sworn vengeance on probably Dracula. I don't know. She said they will all die. Hopefully that doesn't mean us. Anybody else?
Oh, well, clarification would have been nice on
I tried.
they.
Dude, I tried. The amount of like, hey, who's everyone? Like, also, no, you cannot come in. She has to come in. And I said no, because I know better. But also,
Wait, so vampire rules for a ghost?
I don't know.
Could have been like
Dracula's
asking.
castle and somebody asked to come in who we haven't
I
met.
think
I just-
erring on the side of caution is probably a good plan.
I'm for it. I'm for it.
Following all of the rules at this point.
In fact, you know what? Tiny high five. Okay.
And all of this wonderful conversation, Chris, is distracting you a little bit as you're doing the unpleasant job of going through Garland's clothing looking for items. What you find is sadly not what you were hoping for, probably. But there is a little, like, fold-out case. A little cloth case with a little tie. And you open it, and it looks like surgical instruments. And unlike everything else in this room, they are pristinely clean. You also find a notebook, just a little notepad, and it's a mess. Pages are torn, pages are crumpled, pages are scribbled in margins and stuff like that. It would take a fair amount to decipher this chicken scratch.
Oh, like any doctor.
And
Okay, got
last
it.
but not least, there is a small round stone, maybe? Gem? Maybe it's just a glass ball, but it seems to have a light inside all by itself. It kind of glows just a little bit.
Kind of glows.
And it doesn't
just-
seem like it's a reflecting light, because when you hold it up in your hand, you can see it's got its own light. It's not reflected.
Well, this is interesting.
I'm all for shiny.
Thoughts?
Magic?
I guess we need an identify spell, which I don't have.
Nor do I. But that's cool.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Hold
Okay.
on to it for now.
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
We're just pocketing it.
Just gonna put it in my
Yep.
pocket.
And it's actually kind of a pretty blue glow, just
Oh,
for whatever that's worth.
nice.
All right, so you pocket it, and you don't know that without stripping him completely naked. You think you've got everything of Any kind of note? How thorough are you being?
Not that thorough. Like,
Okay.
like pat down.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's what
Kinda
you find
thorough.
from a pat down. Um, I mean, that's all that was on his body now that you're in a whole laboratory, so God only knows what else is in here.
Does anyone have any medical training?
I mean, to be fair, it's not medical training, but I do have a whole kit very similar to that for exactly food styling.
I have a little bit, but not.
I'll hold it, but well,
Donna, you
we
and I
have
can,
this.
Tempest, you and I can share him.
If anybody needs sewn up at any point, these are pristine.
Fair enough. There's a few of us here who can sew.
Cool.
In the meantime, there was a door where ghost vampire lady was. That's the only other door I could see, though.
Well, let's search this room.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Searching the room.
Everybody
seems
roll
a
me
good
an
idea.
investigate check.
Did anything happen with my poor smashed fairy girl person?
The fairy is laying there, and the smell of like formaldehyde is really strong as it spreads out all over the floor. Fairy is very clearly seems to be dead. How close do you get to it? Do you just look at it? Do you go touch it? Do you feel for a pulse? What do you do?
I don't want to touch it, but I do want to go and just like an asshole start clapping.
Okay, in front of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a
Oh,
charisma check.
maybe we should help.
Yeah, I think we should all start clapping, everybody.
I do believe in fairies. I do. I do believe in fairies.
I was waiting for somebody to do that.
That's why I'm clapping.
Yep, and you're clapping, and people are saying, I do believe in fairies. And it takes a moment. But after just a moment, the color seems to kind of fuse back into this nearly black and white faded fairy. And it opens its eyes.
I really hope you're a good fairy.
And he says, I really hope you're a good fairy.
Good. I might regret this, but I'll reach out my hand to help him up.
Okay. And he stands up. His wings are very wet, so he can't fly. You'll notice with your perception check that you did that the fluid from the jar that's now spread all over the ground has kind of a sheen to it, like glitter was mixed into it.
Yep. Okay. Hi. I'm Red. These are my friends. I smashed you out of glass. Hope you're okay. Check yourself for cuts. Who are you?
I'm notorious.
Cool.
For what?
Well, he's not BIG, that's for sure.
So notorious. Awesome. How did you end up in a jar?
I was betrayed. I was betrayed by someone who shouldn't have dared.
Oh,
That sounds like everyone here that we've met so far.
where were you betrayed?
At home. Which means I should get back and I should warn them.
Who was it? We've been looking for that information too.
It was a dear friend. And even though the fairy is the same size as you, Ellie, he's small, his voice is deeper than you would expect from something with lungs that tiny. Let me describe him. He is a fairy, very definitely. A young man, beautiful butterfly wings that have kind of a queen of the night look to him. You know those butterflies that have the purple and the black and the gold in their wings. His hair, however, is blonde, and his skin is ever so slightly tanned looking, or not dark per se, but not light either. Almost kind of gray, but not sallow gray. Right, like a living, breathing, warm gray.
Not like me.
Not like you.
So, a lot of people that we've met here have been very, very terrible with details, and we really need details in order to like help and progress and help everybody out. So, Notorious, who betrayed you? What happened? And how can we help?
Do you work for... He
Ma'am.
looks at all over at you and for the prince and princess?
We don't work for anybody. We got shipped here by accident. We woke up, found ourselves here.
Then I cannot tell you. I can only tell those who have sworn fealty.
I serve Mab.
That's true. On most games, he does.
I serve them both.
That's true.
He looks at you strangely, Shauna. Both.
Bad decision making.
Hey,
Well,
What of the rest of you?
The king, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's who. That's who gave me
Prince?
this.
Okay. So half of you serve the prince and half of you serve the princess. What of you? And he looks at you, Ellie.
They served me.
So you've taken no oath.
Nobody asked.
Which is strange for them to let that slip.
I'm very small.
So am I. He says. And then he turns and looks at you. Okay. The name is Minos.
all right.
Do we know
My
who that
dearest
is?
friend.
Minos.
It is not a name that you guys have heard before.
Okay.
It's my dearest friend. He betrayed me as we were out hunting.
Why would he do that?
That is a good question. I don't know. And that is an answer that I don't think we will find in this place.
Probably not.
No. And we need to get back and warn them ASAP.
But also, how did he betray you?
You understand iron.
Oh, yeah.
He led me to a place where the hunting was very good and didn't tell me that it was all laced with iron, this cavern. Until it was too late and I started to feel it and I turned back and he'd closed it with iron at the door. Doesn't take very much for one as small as us.
Well, how did he do that if it was lined with iron?
He had help.
I don't know. It should have been harmful to him too.
Mm-hmm.
Had to have had help.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sold me to this place. And this is where you find me.
Okay. And were you here for any particular reason, or you didn't happen to be awake seeing what was going on?
Oh no. I was dead.
can you describe what he looks like to us so that we can find him or recognize him if or when we see him?
Absolutely. He looks like you. He points at you, Jody. Except older and rougher. Like a different tree.
So he's a dryad?
Out of character, have I seen any others like me?
No,
Yeah,
not
Okay.
yet. You
Okay.
haven't been here for very long.
yeah. I haven't seen anyone who looks anything like me yet, but I'm I guess I will at some point.
But older. We're looking for Treebeard.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Okay. And do you have any reason why he would have done such a thing?
We know it's the war.
The
We
war.
know it's the war. But why would he serve either side against the Earth, against the Fae? I cannot understand it, because he had access to, as my dearest friend, every magical thing, every thing of value, everything precious in the earth belonged to him too, as it belongs to us all.
Are you
I don't
sure it
understand.
was him? Could someone else have assumed his form and led you
Okay.
astray?
Potentially. But I've been dead, so I haven't had a chance to really investigate it.
Fair. If you do investigate it, would you be willing to come back and tell us what you've learned?
Oh, I will be telling the prince and the princess, and they will be doing the investigating, not just me.
And I think we should get you to them.
Yeah.
Sooner is better. It takes a while when we reanimate for us to become our full selves again. Our energy can be very depleted. So help would be good.
We can carry you around for a while, maybe heal you and stuff. We're trying to find. So we're
Here, have a berry. You must be hungry.
I would also like a berry.
Here.
Thanks.
He gratefully takes this. Now, to you and him, to everybody else, the berry's a nice little berry. To you guys, it's like an entire meal.
Amazing.
It's like, it takes you a minute to get through the whole
Well,
thing.
these are technically meals. Like they are
Yeah.
a day's worth of sustenance for
Right.
anybody.
And for them, it's like as big as their head.
yeah.
And it's like eating a watermelon right through the rind and everything. Their
Okay,
faces
wow.
get covered in juice. It's great.
Okay.
Sticky and delicious, and you feel better. 4 hit points better. And he does the same, and he's like, good berry. Thank you.
Welcome.
Shall we go?
Yes. You wouldn't
Yeah.
have another way out, would you?
I can always go home. And he looks at you, Ellie, and he says, do you not know this?
I do not.
We can always go home. Let me show you. Are you ready? And he looks around at all of you.
Yeah.
You're taking us with, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Okay.
We're leaving the hand.
Oh no!
no, that's coming with us.
We're
Okay.
taking that with us.
Okay.
Wrapping it up.
You hide it.
Okay.
Tying
Wrap
it
the box
shut.
up. Okay. Do any of you look in the box while you're doing that, or you just you leave it completely closed? Okay.
We should touch that for a while.
There's always the chance it's not in there anymore.
Want to open it
Right.
up? Want to open it up?
Before we leave, so our friend was having this thing with the box where in the hand where he really wanted it, and then he disappeared. Like he turned into this black gooey weird shit and disappeared. Would if so you're willing to show us how to get home? Would that be able to bring us back here if we need to when we need to find him?
This is in the Feydark. I can't come here easily, not to this exact castle. I can come to the edge of the mist. But we'd have to find our way back here.
So you know where here is exactly.
It's in the Feydark. Yes, in the mist. I don't know where this is exactly. We would have to find it again.
Okay.
The
Just
point of the mist is that it's trackless.
Dracula's moving castle.
I know.
I'm going to try and send a message to Baba Yaga
Okay.
since we were talking to her.
Okay.
Message spell?
Yeah, with the message. Hey, so we're gonna run back home for a bit because we found this evil hand thing, and I think we may have discovered who the traitor was that you were talking about, but we're not sure if you're talking about this lady. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We'll try and come back. Well, we won't try. We'll come back. So don't get too mad at us. We will be back. Everything will be fine. We'll get this taken care of. Rock on.
Okay. And do you wait for a response, or do you just send it and...
Well, she can respond automatically. It's not something that... Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you send it out, and all you get back is a cackle. Don't come back.
Okay, well...
And
No problem.
the prince says, we need...
Do we just
the
hear
fairy-
silence and then all of a sudden Shauna just goes like, okay, well.
Yep, exactly. And so clearly she was doing something, and the fairy goes, okay, we better go quickly. Who knows what damage has been done already by
Right.
this traitor.
What do we do?
Confront him and stuff. And he turns to you, Ellie, and he goes, okay, follow me.
Okay.
And he starts doing some very intricate motion. He spreads his wings, and they're still a little damp, so he doesn't get very far off the ground. It's clear that you could probably fly circles around him for a minute until his wings dry. But he starts doing this very intricate movement, this almost like a dance. And you start following him, and you realize that within the movements, there's certain places that he's like throwing his wings a little bit to create a little pile of dust, and you realize he's creating a circle
Yeah.
of
Yep.
fairy dust.
Yep.
And as soon as it becomes, and with your dust, do you start helping too?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and with the two of your dust mingled that way, oh, it feels really good. It's almost like, it's like you can feel him through this magic, through this fairy dust, like you have a little sense of him that way, and probably he has the same of you. And it's kind of cool. You start to feel the power growing around you, and you know that part of it's yours. And as soon as the circle is complete and it closes, there is a flash of light, and you guys are wrenched as you have been before.
My money!
And you land, and you're in the throne room. How he got you through their defenses to the throne room, you don't know. But you're in the throne room. And the prince is there, not the princess right now. And at first he's like, you know, you see the guards around, and various fairies draw their weapons, and they send it again. And then he drops his sword, this beautiful sword that came out of nowhere into his hands that you've seen before, some of you. And his face blanches completely white. And he cries out, "My son!
Oh, good.
We thought you dead!" And he runs forward and grasps the small fairy in his hands with the blonde hair and the dark skin, and begins weeping. And that's where we're going to end the game tonight.
We done
I've
good.
never been so happy to break
Oh, good.
glass.
In your life.
Yes.
Well, and if you paid attention, there's some things you learned out about the Fae realm from
Yes.
this experience. And you've left Rob behind.
Again.
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 It means we gotta go back and get him.
Oh,
Wherever the hell he
boy.
went.
Also means we have to secure this box before
Yes.
anything.
Uh-huh.
It's in there anymore.
Well, I think we can, if we give them,
It's in there anymore.
yeah, it may not be. I don't. I
We
think
tried.
We can show it to the prince maybe, and maybe get some more info about it. They might know more than.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be, debriefed.
Which is long, and I just don't have the words for it tonight. We're going to do it next week.
Yeah.
So we end on a cliffhanger.
Might we
Dun, 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 my son, I
Actually
thought you were
get a
dead.
long rest?
Maybe.
Like,
Maybe.
that would be nice.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
How about that?
Another silence.
There you go.
All right, well, thanks for coming, everybody.
All right, thank
thanks,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
So I guess right now you guys have the chance to choose next week, my players. Do you want to finish up this little section of the game, or do you want to go on to Darklight?
I will not be here next week.
Right.
Oh.
Which
I don't
is
know.
sorry,
Right.
being back at the fairies means that we could do this game, but we could not do Darklight.
Well, I think we should figure that out and then tell everybody.
Next
On
week.
it.
We will give
We'll figure it out.
You'll get an announcement.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you for coming.
Mwah. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.
So you wander and search and you dream and you talk. Look for the key that might someday unlock all the answers you need while there's time on the clock. Hope you survive till you